Have we just witnessed one of the greatest round of 16 stages in FIFA World Cup history? Giants have fallen, underdogs have made history, superstars have delivered when it mattered most, and every single knockout match has given fans something unforgettable. Brazil are out. Portugal are out. Canada's dream has ended. The United States couldn't stop Belgium. England survived a thriller. France escaped a determined Paraguay. In Morocco, they're proving that 2022 was never a miracle, it was only the beginning. If you thought the group stage was exciting, the round of 16 completely changed the story of this tournament. Every mistake became fatal. Every goal became priceless. Every save could decide a nation's future. Let's relive every incredible knockout battle and see exactly how these 6 matches shaped the road to the FIFA World Cup quarterfinals. We begin in Houston, where Morocco and Canada met with a place in the last 8 on the line. Canada entered the match full of confidence after an impressive tournament. Their pace, aggressive pressing, and fearless mentality had earned them plenty of respect. But Morocco looked like a team that had already experienced knockout football at the highest level. From the opening whistle, Morocco played with patience. They allowed Canada to have moments of possession before striking quickly on the counterattack. The first half was tightly contested. Canada created a couple of dangerous attacks through the wings, but Morocco's defensive organization once again showed why they are one of the hardest teams in world football to break down. Then came the breakthrough. Azzedine Ounahi found space outside the penalty area, drove forward with confidence, and produced a brilliant finish to give Morocco the lead. The goal completely shifted the momentum. Canada tried responding immediately, but every attack met a wall wearing red. Yassine Bouno once again demonstrated why he's among the world's elite goalkeepers. His positioning remained flawless throughout the match, while Morocco's back line won nearly every important duel. As Canada pushed higher searching for an equalizer, Morocco became even more dangerous. Late in the match, Ounahi produced another moment of magic. Timing his run perfectly, he finished calmly for his second goal of the afternoon. Canada's defense had no answer. Deep into stoppage time, Soufiane Rahimi finished another lightning-fast counterattack to make it 3-0, ending Canada's remarkable World Cup journey in emphatic fashion. Morocco advanced with a commanding performance that highlighted both clinical finishing and disciplined defending. The statistics didn't fully reflect Morocco's dominance. It wasn't just about possession. It was about efficiency. Every Moroccan attack carried danger. Every Canadian mistake was punished. Player of the match had to be Azzedine Ounahi. 2 outstanding goals, constant creativity, complete midfield control. He dictated the rhythm from start to finish. But credit also belongs to the entire Moroccan defense. Their compact shape frustrated Canada throughout the 90 minutes and once again reminded everyone why Morocco have become one of international football's toughest knockout opponents. Canada can leave this tournament with pride. Their fearless football inspired millions, and reaching this stage showed how much the program has grown. But Morocco now look like genuine title contenders. Their balance between attack and defense may be one of the strongest remaining in the competition. Meanwhile, another heavyweight faced an entirely different challenge. France entered Philadelphia as overwhelming favorites against Paraguay. On paper, this looked straightforward. On the pitch, it became one of the toughest matches Les Blues have played all tournament. Paraguay refused to be intimidated. Their defensive structure frustrated France from the opening whistle. Every passing lane seemed blocked. Every French attack met aggressive pressure. Kylian Mbappé looked dangerous every time he touched the ball, but Paraguay's defenders constantly doubled up on him. Antoine Griezmann searched for spaces between the lines. Aurélien Tchouameni controlled possession, but clear chances remained surprisingly rare. The longer the match stayed scoreless, the more belief Paraguay gained. They even threatened on several counterattacks that forced France's defense into crucial interventions. Then finally came the decisive moment. France won a penalty. The pressure inside the stadium became enormous. Kylian Mbappé stepped forward. No hesitation, no nerves. He calmly sent the goalkeeper the wrong way and scored what would become the winning goal. France led 1-0. But the match was far from over. France knew a 1-goal advantage was never going to be enough, especially against a Paraguay side that refused to give up. The South Americans responded immediately. Every attack became more direct. Every cross into the penalty area carried danger. Julio Enciso continued to be Paraguay's biggest threat, driving forward whenever space appeared. His dribbling repeatedly forced French defenders into difficult one-on-one situations, while Miguel Almiron constantly stretched the field with his pace and intelligent movement. For several tense minutes, France struggled to regain complete control. Then came one of the biggest moments of the night. Paraguay broke through the defensive line and found themselves with a golden opportunity inside the box. The shot looked destined for the corner, but Mike Maignan reacted instantly, diving low to push the ball away with an incredible save. It was the kind of stop that wins knockout matches and reminded everyone why elite goalkeepers become heroes on football's biggest stage. France gradually settled once again. Aurélien Tchouameni dictated the tempo from midfield, breaking up Paraguay's attacks before launching dangerous counters. Adrien Rabiot added composure whenever France needed to slow the game down, while Theo Hernandez continued making explosive overlapping runs that stretched Paraguay's defensive shape. Although Mbappé scored the winning goal, France's victory was built on discipline. They didn't panic. They didn't overcommit. They simply trusted their experience. Paraguay continued fighting until the very last whistle, but France defended every final attack with determination. When the referee ended the match, France had secured a hard-earned 1-0 victory and another place in the quarterfinals. Sometimes knockout football isn't about spectacular scorelines. Sometimes it's about surviving. And France proved they know exactly how to survive. Mbappé naturally earned plenty of headlines thanks to his decisive penalty, but Mike Maignan's world-class save proved just as valuable. Without that moment, the entire match could have taken a completely different direction. Paraguay leave the tournament with enormous respect. Few expected them to push one of the tournament favorites this hard, yet they matched France for long stretches and never looked overwhelmed. France, however, once again showed why champions are so dangerous. Even on nights when they aren't playing their absolute best, they still find ways to win. But if France's victory was tense, the next round of 16 clash delivered pure heartbreak for one of football's greatest nations. Brazil vs Norway. Five-time world champions against one of the tournament's biggest surprise packages. Almost everyone expected Brazil to continue their journey. Instead, Norway produced one of the biggest shocks of FIFA World Cup 2026. From kickoff, Norway showed absolutely no fear. Rather than sitting deep against Brazil's famous attack, they pressed aggressively and challenged every loose ball. Brazil still controlled much of the possession, with Bruno Guimaraes and Lucas Paqueta trying to dictate the rhythm through midfield. Vinicius Jr. remained dangerous whenever he isolated defenders, while Rodrigo constantly searched for spaces behind Norway's back line. But Norway remained incredibly organized. Every Brazilian attack seemed to run into a wall of disciplined defending. At the heart of that defense stood Leo Østigård and Christopher Aguiar, who won aerial duels, blocked shots, and frustrated Brazil's forwards throughout the first half. Meanwhile, Martin Ødegaard quietly began controlling the game's rhythm whenever Norway gained possession. His passing accuracy, vision, and calm decision-making allowed Norway to escape Brazil's pressure time after time. As the second half progressed, the match became increasingly physical. Every tackle carried enormous importance. Every mistake could decide the outcome. Then came the breakthrough that stunned the football world. Erling Haaland timed his run perfectly behind Brazil's defense. Ødegaard spotted him instantly and delivered a perfectly weighted through ball. Haaland needed only one touch before unleashing a thunderous finish beyond the goalkeeper. Norway led 1-0. The stadium exploded. Brazil suddenly found themselves chasing the game. From that moment onward, Brazil attacked with everything they had. Vinicius Jr. came agonizingly close with a curling effort that flashed inches past the post. Rodrigo forced an outstanding save after cutting inside onto his stronger foot. Bruno Guimaraes tested the goalkeeper from distance with a powerful strike that seemed destined for the top corner. But Norway's goalkeeper delivered perhaps his finest performance of the tournament. Every save increased Norway's confidence. Every minute brought them closer to history. Brazil threw more and more players forward. Crosses flooded into the penalty area. Corners became relentless. But Norway defended every situation with remarkable composure. Then, in stoppage time, came Brazil's final opportunity. A dangerous delivery found a Brazilian attacker inside the 6-yard box. The header looked certain to equalize. But with incredible reflexes, Norway's goalkeeper somehow tipped the ball over the crossbar. It was arguably one of the saves of the entire FIFA World Cup. Seconds later, the final whistle confirmed the impossible. Norway had defeated Brazil 1-0. One of the greatest upsets of the tournament was complete. Haaland's winning goal will be remembered for years, but Martin Ødegaard was equally outstanding. His vision, leadership, and complete control of midfield allowed Norway to play with confidence against one of football's biggest giants. Brazil, meanwhile, leave the World Cup much earlier than anyone expected. Despite creating chances and dominating possession for long periods, they simply couldn't find a way through Norway's disciplined defensive structure. For Norway, however, belief is now stronger than ever. If they can eliminate Brazil, suddenly no opponent feels impossible. And while Norway shocked the world, another football giant found itself in an unforgettable battle against one of CONCACAF's toughest teams. England vs Mexico would become one of the most dramatic knockout matches of the tournament. England and Mexico arrived knowing that one mistake could end their World Cup dream. From the opening whistle, the intensity was incredible. England tried to control possession, through Declan Rice and Jude Bellingham, patiently building attacks from the back. Mexico, meanwhile, relied on quick transitions, pressing aggressively whenever England hesitated in possession. The opening 20 minutes became a tactical chess match. Neither side wanted to overcommit. Every challenge was fierce. Every loose ball was contested. Then England produced the first real breakthrough. Bukayo Saka accelerated down the right wing, skipped past his marker with brilliant footwork, and delivered a dangerous low cross into the penalty area. Harry Kane arrived at exactly the right moment, calmly guiding the ball into the bottom corner. England led 1-0. The celebrations were enormous, but Mexico never looked discouraged. Instead, the goal seemed to wake them up. Santiago Giménez became increasingly involved, constantly making intelligent runs behind England's defense. Edson Alvarez dominated midfield battles, while Irving Lozano repeatedly tested England's full-backs with his pace and direct running. Just before halftime, Mexico found their reward. A flowing passing move opened space at the edge of the penalty area. Giménez controlled the ball brilliantly before firing a low strike beyond Jordan Pickford. 1-1. Everything was level again. The second half became even more dramatic. England pushed higher, creating wave after wave of attacks. Jude Bellingham almost restored the lead with a powerful header that crashed against the crossbar. Minutes later, Phil Foden curled a beautiful effort toward the top corner, only for Mexico's goalkeeper to produce a spectacular fingertip save. The match could have gone either way. Mexico refused to sit back. Lozano forced Pickford into a brilliant diving stop after cutting inside from the left, while Giménez narrowly missed another opportunity after beating England's defensive line. As full-time approached, tension filled every corner of the stadium. Both teams knew extra time was becoming increasingly likely. Then came the decisive moment. In the closing stages, England earned a free kick just outside the penalty area. Everyone expected Harry Kane to shoot. Instead, he cleverly rolled the ball sideways. Cole Palmer stepped forward and struck a perfectly placed effort through the defensive wall. The ball flew into the bottom corner. England regained the lead. Mexico threw everyone forward during stoppage time. Cross after cross entered England's penalty area. Jordan Pickford produced two outstanding saves under immense pressure, while John Stones and Marc Guéhi cleared countless dangerous deliveries. When the referee finally blew the whistle, England had survived an unforgettable battle. Final score: England 2, Mexico 1. Harry Kane once again proved why he's one of football's greatest finishers, but Jude Bellingham's influence throughout midfield was simply extraordinary. His energy never dropped. He recovered possession repeatedly. He drove England forward whenever momentum shifted. Cole Palmer, however, delivered the moment everyone will remember. His calmness under enormous pressure produced the winning goal that sent England into the quarterfinals. Mexico leave the tournament with heads held high. They matched England for long periods and created enough opportunities to force extra time. On another day, the result could easily have gone their way. England, however, demonstrated something every World Cup champion eventually needs. The ability to win ugly. The ability to survive pressure. The ability to deliver when everything is on the line. If England's victory was dramatic, the next round of 16 clash carried years of history before a single ball was kicked. Spain, Portugal, neighbors, rivals, two footballing powerhouses. 1. Place in the quarterfinals. The atmosphere inside the stadium was electric long before kickoff. Every tackle received a roar. Every completed pass earned applause. Every attack felt capable of changing history. Spain immediately established control through their trademark possession football. Rodri orchestrated the midfield with remarkable composure, while Pedri constantly found pockets of space between Portugal's defensive lines. Portugal remained patient. Bruno Fernandes searched for openings with clever passes, while Rafael Leão looked dangerous every time he isolated defenders on the left wing. Cristiano Ronaldo, playing yet another major international knockout match, remained the center of attention whenever Portugal entered the final third. The first half offered several outstanding chances. Spain came closest when Lamine Yamal danced past two defenders before delivering a curling effort toward the far corner. Portugal's goalkeeper reacted brilliantly, stretching every inch to push the ball around the post. Minutes later, Portugal nearly answered. Bruno Fernandes threaded an inch-perfect through ball to Leão, whose powerful shot forced Unai Simon into a superb one-handed save. Neither goalkeeper was willing to blink. The breakthrough finally arrived early in the second half. Spain built patiently from the back, moving Portugal's defense from side to side until a gap finally appeared. Pedri slipped a perfectly weighted pass into the path of Nico Williams. Without taking an extra touch, Williams drove a low finish across goal and into the far corner. Spain led 1-0. Portugal immediately responded with urgency. Bruno Fernandes began taking greater risks with forward passes. Leão attacked relentlessly down the wing. Cristiano Ronaldo came agonizingly close with a towering header that crashed off the crossbar, leaving Spanish supporters frozen for a split second. The rebound bounced safely away, but it was a reminder that Portugal remained only one moment away from equalizing. Spain refused to panic. Rodri continued controlling possession with incredible maturity, while Dani Olmo and Pedri combined beautifully to slow the tempo whenever Portugal increased the pressure. Then came one of the defining moments of the match. Portugal launched another dangerous attack deep into stoppage time. A low cross flashed across the 6-yard box. Cristiano Ronaldo stretched desperately to make contact. Unai Simon reacted instantly, diving forward to smother the ball before it crossed the line. It was a save worthy of any World Cup highlight reel. Seconds later, the final whistle confirmed Spain's narrow but deserved 1-0 victory. Portugal's tournament was over. Spain marched into the quarterfinals, powered by discipline, intelligent possession, and another outstanding collective performance. For Portugal, heartbreak. For Spain, belief continued to grow stronger with every knockout match. Only one round of 16 battle remained, and it would deliver one final showdown packed with goals, drama, and unforgettable moments as Belgium faced the United States for the last place in the quarterfinals. Belgium and the United States stepped onto the pitch knowing they were the final teams with a chance to complete the quarterfinal lineup. The pressure was enormous. Every remaining nation was watching. The winner would keep their World Cup dream alive. The loser would be heading home. From the opening whistle, Belgium looked determined to control the match. Kevin De Bruyne immediately began dictating the tempo, switching play from one side of the field to the other with incredible vision. Jeremy Doku attacked defenders with fearless pace, while Romelu Lukaku constantly occupied both American center-backs. The United States, however, had no intention of simply defending. Christian Pulisic led every counterattack with explosive speed, Timothy Weah stretched Belgium's back line with intelligent runs, and Weston McKennie battled relentlessly in midfield, refusing to let Belgium dominate comfortably. The opening exchanges were fast, physical, and completely unpredictable. Then Belgium struck first. Kevin De Bruyne received possession nearly 30 yards from goal. Instead of shooting, he spotted Doku making a perfectly timed run into the penalty area. The pass split the American defense wide open. Doku controlled the ball beautifully before firing a powerful finish beyond the goalkeeper. Belgium led 1-0. But the celebration barely ended before the United States answered. Only minutes later, Pulisic intercepted a loose pass in midfield and launched a rapid counterattack. Carrying the ball nearly half the length of the pitch, he slipped a perfectly weighted pass into the path of Timothy Weah. Weah stayed composed. One touch, one finish. The ball rolled into the far corner. Just like that, it was 1-1. The match exploded into life. Both teams abandoned caution. Belgium attacked. The United States attacked right back. Every transition looked dangerous. Every mistake threatened to become decisive. As halftime approached, Belgium regained control through their experienced midfield. Youri Tielemans and Amadou Onana began winning second balls, allowing De Bruyne to spend more time creating opportunities in advanced positions. Eventually, Belgium found another breakthrough. De Bruyne delivered a dangerous corner toward the near post. Romelu Lukaku rose above everyone else. His towering header flew into the roof of the net. Belgium were back in front. 2-1. The second half became one of the most entertaining 45 minutes of the round of 16. The United States refused to surrender. Pulisic continued driving at defenders with incredible determination, while substitute attackers injected fresh energy into every American attack. One sequence nearly changed everything. A low cross reached Pulisic inside the penalty area. His first-time effort looked destined for the bottom corner. Belgium's goalkeeper somehow reacted with lightning-fast reflexes, stretching a hand just enough to push the ball around the post. It was one of the finest saves of the knockout stage. Belgium responded immediately. Doku accelerated down the wing once again, beating two defenders before cutting the ball back toward Lukaku. The striker's first attempt was blocked brilliantly, but the rebound fell kindly for De Bruyne arriving late into the box. Without hesitation, he smashed the ball into the top corner. Belgium now led 3-1. Surely the match was over. Not quite. The United States continued believing. Late in the game, Pulisic delivered another dangerous free kick into the penalty area. A powerful header reduced the deficit to 3-2, setting up a frantic finish that had every fan on the edge of their seat. The final minutes became absolute chaos. The Americans committed nearly every player forward. Belgium defended desperately. Clearances flew everywhere. Blocks came from every direction. Then, in stoppage time, the United States earned one final corner. Even their goalkeeper came forward. The cross curled perfectly into the 6-yard box. Bodies collided. The ball bounced loose. For one split second, it looked certain to cross the line. Instead, Belgium somehow scrambled it clear. Seconds later, the referee blew the final whistle. Belgium survived. Final score: Belgium 3, United States 2. Kevin De Bruyne once again reminded the football world why he remains one of the greatest midfielders of his generation. He controlled the tempo, created chances, delivered an assist, scored a crucial goal, and influenced almost every dangerous Belgian attack. Jeremy Doku's pace repeatedly stretched the American defense beyond its limits, while Romelu Lukaku delivered exactly what experienced strikers are expected to produce in knockout football, a massive goal under immense pressure. For the United States, Christian Pulisic produced another captain's performance. He never stopped running, never stopped creating, never stopped believing. Even in defeat, he left the pitch having inspired his entire team. As the round of 16 finally came to an end, the tournament looked completely different from just a few days earlier. Brazil were gone, Portugal were gone, Canada were gone, the United States were gone. But Morocco, Norway, Belgium, France, England, and Spain were now standing just 3 victories away from lifting football's most prestigious trophy. Every remaining nation had earned its place. Every remaining team believed history was within reach. And if the round of 16 taught us anything, it was this. Reputation means nothing once the knockout rounds begin. Only performance matters. Only courage matters. Only 90 minutes can separate dreams from heartbreak. The road to the FIFA World Cup trophy had become even more unpredictable. Every quarterfinal promised another unforgettable chapter. Every superstar still remaining would face even greater pressure. Every underdog had another opportunity to shock the football world. And based on everything we've witnessed so far, nobody could confidently predict who would still be standing at the end of the tournament. The quarterfinals are now officially set. Morocco's discipline and clinical finishing have made them one of the tournament's biggest surprises once again. France continue to look like a team that knows exactly how to win when the pressure is at its highest. Norway have shocked the football world by eliminating Brazil and now carry the confidence of a team with absolutely nothing to fear. England survived one of the toughest tests of the round of 16 and showed the resilience every champion needs. Spain continue to impress with their intelligent possession, defensive organization, and ability to control matches against elite opposition. Belgium proved they can win even when a match turns into complete chaos. But now, everything becomes even more difficult. There are no easy opponents left. Every remaining nation has already survived the pressure of knockout football. Every mistake will become even more expensive. Every missed chance could end an entire country's dream. Looking back at the round of 16, there were unforgettable individual performances that completely changed the tournament. Azzedine Ounahi delivered a masterclass for Morocco, controlling the midfield and scoring twice in a dominant victory over Canada. Yassine Bouno once again reminded everyone why he is one of the safest goalkeepers in international football, organizing Morocco's defense and making key saves whenever Canada threatened. Kylian Mbappé kept his composure from the penalty spot when France needed him most, while Mike Maignan produced the save that protected France's narrow lead and secured their place in the last 8. For Norway, Erling Haaland once again showed why defenders fear him. He needed only one clear opportunity to score the goal that eliminated 5-time world champions Brazil. Martin Odegaard quietly delivered one of the smartest midfield performances of the tournament, controlling possession, slowing the tempo, and creating the decisive assist with incredible vision. England relied on the experience of Harry Kane, the energy of Jude Bellingham, and the composure of Cole Palmer, whose winning goal will be remembered by England supporters for years. Spain's collective football once again stole the spotlight. Rodri controlled the midfield with remarkable intelligence. Pedri constantly found spaces others couldn't even see. Nico Williams finished the chance that separated 2 footballing giants. And Unai Simon produced the crucial save that denied Portugal a dramatic equalizer. Belgium's experienced stars also stepped forward exactly when their country needed them. Kevin De Bruyne controlled the game from midfield, created chances almost every time he touched the ball, and delivered a captain's performance worthy of the knockout stage. Romelu Lukaku proved once again why experienced strikers remain priceless in World Cup football, while Jeremy Doku's speed and creativity caused problems from the first minute until the last. Even in defeat, several players left unforgettable memories. Christian Pulisic inspired the United States until the final whistle. Julio Enciso fought relentlessly for Paraguay. Santiago Jimenez kept Mexico believing. Rafael Leão never stopped attacking for Portugal. Vinicius Jr. continued searching for moments of brilliance despite Brazil's heartbreaking exit. That's what makes the FIFA World Cup so special. It's never just about lifting the trophy. It's about moments. One tackle, one save, one pass, one finish, one decision that can become part of football history forever. This round of 16 delivered everything fans could have hoped for. Brilliant goals, world-class saves, shocking upsets, superstar performances, underdog stories, and emotional farewells for nations that dreamed of going all the way. Now, with only 8 teams remaining, every match becomes even bigger. There are no second chances anymore. Lose once, and the dream is over. Win, and you're only 2 victories away from playing in the FIFA World Cup final. So after everything we've seen in these incredible round of 16 matches, which performance impressed you the most? Was Morocco's dominant display the biggest statement? Did Norway's victory over Brazil become the greatest upset of the tournament? Can France, England, Spain, or Belgium keep their championship dreams alive? Or have you already found your favorite to lift the FIFA World Cup 2026 trophy?